When a home is custom built for you, it should be a perfect reflection of you and your character, as if somebody is holding up a mirror to your life and reflecting it back to you in architecture. And here in Auckland, we're about to visit a tiny house which has been sublimely built with just that quality. Hi Deb, how are you?
Hi Bryce, I'm really good. So good to meet you.
It's so lovely to meet you, and what a beautiful home you have here.
Thank you.
First of all, can you tell me how it is that you came to be living in a tiny house?
I found myself single a few years ago after a divorce, and the kids had already got their own homes, and as my age was creeping up, I was not looking forward to a mortgage that I really couldn't sustain. So I started looking at YouTube channels, and I wondered which one was the best, and thought about tiny houses, and that was it.
And you're actually living in community here together with your sister, aren't you? Who's also got a tiny house just over there.
Absolutely, which is so cool. We often have coffee together in the mornings if we're both home. We can help each other out. She'll cat sit for me during the day if she's home and I'm at work and the house gets too hot for the cats. She'll come and air it open and things like that. So it's so good to have someone on site like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you're both flight attendants.
Both flight attendants. I don't fly so much anymore. I am ground-based 90% of the time as a cabin crew manager now, but I spend a lot of years flying as well.
And what an amazing style of home to have for your profession as well, because it is so easy just to lock up and leave when you have to.
Absolutely, except for the cats.
Except for the cats.
Except for the cats, yeah.
And so when you came across the idea of tiny homes, what was it that made you think, yeah, this is absolutely what I want to do?
I think my mindset had started to change as I got older as well, and think about, what do you really need? I did have a 5-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, 2 lounges when the kids were at home and I was married. And even so, we didn't use the whole house. We were all out on the deck or all in the lounge. So I started to really think about, what do I really need? And now I've got my wee apartment, basically, that's in a rural setting, which I love.
And the home itself is absolutely gorgeous. First of all, what size is it?
It is 8 metres long on the bottom, 9 metres long because there's a little bump out, and almost 3 metres wide.
And you're completely off the grid in this tiny home as well, aren't you?
Yes, so I'm very aware of the weather these days.
I bet.
And when it rained last night here, I was like, yay, because I think I'm down to about 1/3 of a tank.
Oh, wow.
Dad came along with the hammer yesterday to figure it out for me because I haven't quite got that sound in my ear yet. So water is all off grid. We have solar panels that we share.
Right.
So all the solar panels are powering both houses.
That's a good idea.
We share that, yeah. And we've got gas for hot water.
Perfect. And the parking spot that you found for these homes is remarkable as well. The fact that you're able to get both houses here, this is just such a cool setup.
Yeah. We absolutely love it here. It is so peaceful, so calming. The trees on a windy night just sound amazing when I'm lying in bed with the windows open. So very happy here. Love it.
And the style of the home that you have created here is just so charming.
Thanks. I was going for a little bit of a Kiwi feel, you know, the old white weatherboard that isn't weatherboard, it's plastic.
Right.
But it gives me that same feel, and I knew that I'd be living out here quite a bit. So I didn't want to bring the dark metal to this part of the house.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be a bit lighter. So hence the white weatherboard.
And the way that you've constructed this outdoor area is so nice as well.
Got to have it really. When there's friends over in the summer or on a nice evening in the winter, it's so nice to be able to come out here. And I've installed a couple of screens, which means it gives me a second living area really. And it's the best thing I did.
Absolutely. And a very plush shade cloth that you've built here under the veranda as well.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like the feel of this. The light is really filtered, takes the glare away from the clear light. It's been a good addition.
And I love what you've done with the styling of this place as well, because so many of the homes that we see, especially here in New Zealand, they go for a very dark aesthetic. But you've really kept this place just so light and airy, and it's just such a welcoming looking space.
Thanks. Yeah, even though I love the bush, I don't like that feel of the darkness you sometimes get if there's too much bush around.
Yeah.
So I do like a lot of light coming in, especially filtered light. I love that.
Absolutely. And for the little furry ones, you've got the catio around the back too?
I have. Very lucky to have a dad who is an ex-builder. So him and my mum, who's like his apprentice, built the catio for me because one of my cats can't venture out.
Right.
She has epilepsy, but the other cat does wander into the bush. So at least my other little cat has an area to go where she can sit and enjoy the outside and be safe.
What a lovely addition. And I have to comment on your roses here. These are exquisite.
Thank you. Yeah, it's called called Best Mate is the name of the rose, and it's just since I moved here and brought it in under the roof, it has bloomed, literally.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Gorgeous. Definitely lovely to add those nice pops of colour, eh?
Yeah, and as you'll see when we go inside, pink is something I quite like.
Well, I very much look forward to seeing what you've done inside. Can we have a look?
Sure, let's go.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is just such a lovely space that you've created in here. You've definitely made this home very soft and very feminine, haven't you?
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people who've come to see the tiny house have said it's an extension of myself, and that to me, that's the biggest compliment. That's what I was aiming for, is something that was just me, which is the great thing when you are able to design inch by inch how you live and what you need. And I just love being able to display some of my favorite things. Yeah.
And this is such a nice point to enter the home from as well, because you've got such great height with the ceilings, and just what a comfortable area you've created here for the lounge.
Amazingly, I've had about 8 friends over, sitting around here, pulling out stools, sitting on the stairs. So it does feel spacious, and I think you're right, it's the height that makes us feel like we're not all cramped into one space. So it's been awesome. I love the L-shaped sofa because I can actually just put my feet up, feel like I'm relaxing, shuffle a little bit if I'm watching telly, and I can actually make that into a bed, even though it's not a sofa bed. I've thought of a way to do that, so.
Excellent, so it gives you the opportunity to have guests stay over if you want.
Yes, indeed.
Very nice. And I love that you've done the catwalk in here, that's so cool.
Well, I do share the house with my 2 little furry people, so I actually wanted them to be able to look out the window. They don't look out the window so much from there, they use other windows, but they do love being up there, and they'll peer down at me when they're wandering along the catwalk. So it has been a good addition, yeah.
Absolutely. You've got the little cat rest on the window there too.
The cat loves sitting up there and keeping an eye on the outside. I've got another one upstairs as well.
I'm getting the impression your cats are pretty spoiled.
Yeah, probably actually, yeah. Recently I was going on holiday and I had to put them into a cattery the night before I went away. And that night the house didn't feel the same because I didn't have them here with me.
Oh, it's lovely that they're such good companions for you.
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
And is that you throwing around that 10 kg weight?
Yeah, I do still try to keep fit. In between my flying stints when my children were small, I was a gym instructor. So I feel a bit guilty if I don't start doing something by the end of a week if I've been too busy. So yep, I do pick up the 10 Ks.
Good for you. Well done. And I just love the way that you've styled this place. You've got so many wonderful character-filled elements in here. And I'm guessing as well, with your career as a flight attendant, along your journeys, you must have picked up some real treasures.
I guess so, actually. Thanks so much for that. I have over the years bought big things and not being able to keep them all in the tiny house, but the little pieces I have kept really mean something to me. Norway is a great connection for me because my son-in-law is from Norway, so I've visited there and I will be going there again. There's bits and pieces from New York, which is another one of my favourite places, Greece, another favourite place. So yeah, I do like to keep them around me just to remember my journeys.
Yeah, lovely. Exquisite light feature that you've picked out here for the centre as well.
Thank you so much. They were something I saw early on and had to have. You know, they just came off the page on the internet and I was like, I've got to have those. So I was humming and hawing the colours and I went pink and blue. Those are my colours, so I got one of each.
And had you chosen the colours for the house before you picked out the light feature, or is it the light feature that inspired everything else around it?
I had already picked out the colours. I knew that I would have pink, a bit of teal and blue. Those are my colours, and you know, when you're married to a man, they don't necessarily like to have those colours in the house, so those are the colours that were going to be in my tiny house.
Yeah, and I really love that in building this home, you've taken that opportunity to truly make this space yours.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a very fun and artistic coffee table you've got there too.
It is really cool. So that was actually 2 things joined together. The top is a piece of art that a really good friend of mine did, and it hung on my wall in my previous home, and the base is a lampshade base that was left to me by my uncle, but it needed a huge shade on it. There's no space here for that. So my dad carefully put them together, tabletop, table bottom, and it's perfect.
And the kitchen here is so lovely. Again, very soft tones. It's another very gentle space, isn't it?
Thanks. I wanted a little bit of a retro feel, which I went to with Formica. So I've gone with that, and then the shaker front on the cabinets. So it's definitely not a modern feel.
Yeah.
But it suits me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but it could almost feel a little bit like a doll's house kitchen.
Yep, I can get that.
Like a 50s doll's house.
Perfect, I'm okay with that.
I love it. I think it's so beautifully done. You've got this pop of colour with the pink door in there as well, and that's echoed beautifully in the tiles.
Yeah, the tiles are so pretty, and they go into the bathroom as well, but in white. So same tile, but two different colourways, which works great. And they're not flat. They've got a texture to them, which I really love. And this window slides all the way open, which brings in a lot of fresh air, and you can just look at that view as if you're looking through a picture.
Yeah,
so
I love it. You've got so much counter space in here as well.
Absolutely. Never seem to run short of any prep area, and I can sit here with a friend and have dinner, and I work from home 1 day a week, so this becomes my little laptop place. So yeah, it's fine. It works really well. One of my favourite things in the kitchen is my retro fridge.
I really like that. Yeah, cannot beat that. And you've got no shortage of storage in the kitchen either.
Absolutely. I really am amazed at how much storage I do have. Initially, when I was looking at this design of the tiny house, I was going to be able to put a suitcase in here. Being a flight attendant, I wanted it easy access instead of having to go and find a suitcase all the time. So this didn't need to be for a suitcase anymore, so it becomes storage for glasses, coffee machine. It's awesome.
Excellent, yeah. And all the necessary appliances in here as well?
I hunted for a wee white oven. I didn't want chrome or black in my house too much. I really wanted to go for that pink and gold. So I hunted for a white oven, which I found, and I've got the little 2-burner gas hob, which is all I need. I don't have a dishwasher, don't need a dishwasher. Quite fine just washing dishes just for me. So yeah, everything else is perfect, everything I need.
The brass and gold is a really lovely touch in here as well.
I did decide to go for gold accents. I love them against the pink, and I love the honeycomb shape. So I sourced these in the States and I wasn't flying anymore to the States. I had a friend pick them all up for me. So
very handy having people flying all around the world around you, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
And past the bright pink door there, I'm guessing we have your bathroom.
Yes, let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Oh wow, look at this. You've even got a bath in here.
I had to fit a bath. I do like to have a bath, but obviously being on a water tank, wintertime, fine, just about every night I've been able to have a bath. I haven't had a bath now for weeks because it's hot and I don't want to waste water, but I do like being able to have a soak.
Absolutely. And it's in the cold, winter, rainy months that you want to bath the most anyway, isn't it?
For sure, yeah. So it works well.
Composting toilet here as well, and I love the sign you've got for it.
Some people are a little bit put off, aren't they? So I thought if I put the sign up and tell them not to look down, then they'll be okay.
Absolutely. And how do you find using the composting toilet?
Better than I anticipated. Like everybody, it's a little bit like, ooh, here we go. But to be honest, not flushing good water down a toilet feels so good.
Yeah. And you've got the washing machine here as well?
I do. It's quite a small washing machine, but it's all I need. And my sister and I have a dryer in the shed. If we need to use a dryer, we do. But with both of us having roofs, we can put a clothes horse house under the roof, so I hardly ever use the dryer.
Very nice. And gorgeous tiles in here.
Thank you. So as I said, the white ones match the kitchen.
Yes.
These 4 pieces came from San Diego from a little shop that sold individual artists' wear. And they just reminded me of a holiday I did in Greece with the girls.
Yeah.
And I had to have them, so I incorporated them in here.
And look at your vanity.
Upcycled. So I upcycled an old dressing table, put legs on it and brought in the honeycomb knobs. And then these also came from the States. They're beautiful little bows. I love them. The basin's little, but it's all that I need. I don't find it's too small at all. So yeah, I'm really happy with that.
That has brought a lot of character into the room.
And the colour matches the door, of course.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
And what a cute little door you've got leading into the catio too.
Thanks. I had to think about the 2 furry ones, didn't I?
Of course. And even more storage in here as well.
Yep, these little shelves are double depth, so it goes all the way back. So I've got plenty of room. The kind of nice things at the front and the not so pretty things at the back. And then I've also got a cupboard here that fits my little IKEA ironing board, a vacuum cleaner, and I can air clothes in here. It's a low voltage heater that I can put on in the winter. It doesn't use much power and I can just air things off for the last minute, especially my uniform that doesn't go in the dryer.
Great idea. And above us is your sleeping loft. Can we check that out?
Shall we? Let's go.
I'd love to. Oh wow, there is a lot going on up here.
Yeah, this could be a little second bedroom for anyone who needed it to be that space.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a great storage spot for my handbags, photos, boots, artwork that's not on the walls yet. I use it well.
You certainly do. I wasn't expecting there to be so much space up here.
It's quite good actually. I do sometimes, however, get in here to get my jewellery and hit myself on the head because I forget that it's not actually a full height house, which is a bit of fun. And I've got my little corner with all my beautiful collections and things. So yeah, I love this space.
And then a little bit further, we've got your bed. Can we check that out?
Let's go.
Okay. It's really clever the way that you've used this dividing wall here as a bed head so that you can maximize all of the storage on that end wall there as well.
You read my mind, that's exactly it. I've got basically a triple wardrobe here, long hanging in the middle, short hanging either side, and 4 huge drawers, which are all my folding things, so no lack of space in my clothing department.
Certainly not. And what beautiful wallpaper you've got up here too.
Thanks, bringing that pink and gold and a bit of floral theme all the way through. And no room for a bed head really, so as you say, that becomes my bed head.
Yeah, no need for one either really, is there?
Not really.
Yeah, and you've done a great job of adding a lot of windows up here as well. There's lots of airflow and cross ventilation, which is really nice to see.
Yes, you know how it's been really warm some of these summer nights. Both these windows pushed open with their insect screens on, of course, and it's actually gorgeous sleeping up here with a bit of breeze coming through. And I love looking out both windows. I very rarely use the drop-down blinds, very rarely, because I love just looking out at the view.
Yeah.
Full moon night, it's almost like daylight out there.
Yeah, well, and it's another benefit of having such a lovely private parking spot as well.
That's true. I wouldn't be doing that in suburbia.
True. That is one creepy doll.
He's great on Halloween. I put him in the window of the townhouse we used to live in, and the kids are like, "Wah!" Because he looks like Chucky, right?
He does.
He's rather old. I've had him a long, long, long time.
And when you come home from work, is he always in a different spot in the house?
If that happens, I'm out of here.
Fair enough too. And so how long have you been living in the tiny house now?
Almost 10 months now.
And how are you finding tiny house life?
I love it. I love coming home after a day at work or a trip away if I'm still flying and driving down the drive through the bush into this area, and I just love it. I love being in this little place. So I know that this home is mine, and even though I'm on land that I don't own, the home is mine. No one can come along and move me from it and say you can't live here anymore. So I've got that security, and I've got around me the thing I've built that I put love into, that every time I get home I feel like I'm in my little cocoon.
This is just such a beautiful home that you've created. It's so wonderfully tied in with your personality, and you've built in all of these wonderful features. Can we talk about the cost that was involved in bringing this vision to life?
Yeah, so the house itself was hitting the 200,000 mark, and then the solar, the water tank, the deck probably brought me up to around 225, which is not a bad result, I feel.
That's a really good result for what you've got here.
Thanks.
Yeah. And so now the home's complete, you're in this wonderful community here with your sister. What does the future hold for you now?
Well, I'm actually heading towards a retirement age later this year, so I'm actually going to be able to enjoy this even more. Instead of heading out for the day and missing out on it, I'm going to be able to spend most of the day here, hopefully. My sister and I would love to own our own land one day. We'll see whether that happens or not. At the moment, we'll just stay here and enjoy it.
Yeah, what a good plan. And what an amazing spot to enjoy your retirement.
For sure.
Yeah, well, Deb, this is just such a beautiful home that you've created here. I love the way that you've added so much of your character into this space. I can really see that you have built your dream home. Thank you so much for sharing it with me.
Thank you, Bryce.
Deb has constructed the most wonderful home for herself here. From the design, the materials, right the way through to the finishings, every square inch of this home is built to be just as Deb likes it. And really, that's the whole point in building your own home, getting to craft a space that fits you perfectly. And when you look at this house and you look at Deb, it's a perfect match.